Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Carton Tractors and Firewood. And today is a kind of a relaxed day. I've been working on the trailer for, I thought 2 weeks, but I think it's more like 3 or 4 weeks, and every day working on the trailer. So I'm just going to take a little break today and do some other things around the house here that I've been wanting to do for a while, and there is some sort of a reason, I guess, as to why I'm doing what I'm doing today, and we'll get into that in a minute. But we're going to go and have a look at the weather. She's going to be a hot one today, so I'll turn you around and we'll get at it here. Yeah, so you can see here it's nice and sunny, a little bit of high cloud. But anyway, she's going to be a scorcher today. On the grass cut yesterday, I spent, I would say most of the morning yesterday. I'd say pretty well all the morning of yesterday doing weed whacking and cutting the grass. So I did a major weed whacking. I did everything. So sometimes when I weed whack, I do everything, but I kind of go around quick. Anyway, so that's done yesterday. And I did a few other things yesterday too, I guess. So anyway, we'll look at the weather here and we'll see what is what. It is 23 degrees at the moment, Celsius, and it is 74 Fahrenheit, and basically no wind. West-southwest at 8 miles an hour, and supposed to get up to 82 Fahrenheit today, 28 degrees Celsius, so sunny and fairly hot today. Tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, going to be wet, I guess. Sunday's 25 and cloudy, and 28, 25 Monday and Tuesday. And tomorrow is periods of rain, so I think we're getting some kind of a system that's coming and then mixing in with, I think, I never heard of it until just yesterday. It was some sort of a storm, I think a Hurricane Beryl or something like that. So it's two of them are supposed to mix together or something like that. So tomorrow is going to be an indoor day. And our weather alerts, we have a heat warning. "28 degrees and humidex of 36. Well, it's just warm. I know people that have a lot hotter weather than that. So it's just warm. It's not necessarily hot. Anyway, so then we have this other warning. Whoops. Oh, yes, there we go. A special weather statement. Rainfall. What am I saying here? Disorganized, that's a new one. The weather system containing the moisture from the remnants of Beryl is expected to move through western PEI later tonight. High rainfall rates and accumulations are possible. So they're still not sure of what it's going to do, I don't think. So we're going to get rain anyway, one way or the other. All right, so that is that. I did some work on the trailer yesterday, now that I think of it, after I finished cutting the grass. Once we got her all together there at my son's place the other day and I hooked up to the truck, I noticed that this light here would come on or go off, or the tail light would work, but not the signal light, and it just didn't seem to want to work. So anyway, there was a bad connection in it, which I believe I fixed yesterday. And my son had this off. It's always the way, isn't it? You know, he had these two bolts off and had this moved out so that he could put this new bracket in here to keep did the same thing on the other side to keep the sides were kind of coming out like this, which was making it hard to get the pin through the hole on the gate. I can show that. There's a hole in this, and this pin has to come through it. So this was moved out, and the one on the other side is the same thing. So he made up new brackets there for that. So he had that tail light off. So that's when something occurs, right? So anyway, I got her fixed up, I think. We'll keep a check on it. And then over here we had a bad bulb in this one. So I fixed that. What else did we do? Oh yes, because of it being up in the air, the shackles were screwy in there. So I had to fix that. One of the shackles was upside downy on both sides. And then up here, I oiled up that mechanism, and I oiled up this mechanism. I do have a little hole right there where I squirt oil in, so just keep everything oiled up, and oiled up the electrical connector on the truck. Oil this up so that all goes in and out without too much trouble, and so she's basically ready to roll now, other than paint and maybe next year's paint and brakes, I think. I might take them caps off those wheel bearing things there and give them a little squeeze with the grease, I guess, maybe. Anyway, that's what I was up to yesterday. Cut all the grass here, did a major grass cutting, and a few things to fix up on the trailers. That was yesterday's thing. So now that the trailer is usable, it's got some things that it has to do, and one of them is to take wood home from my son's place out of that pile of the Hurricane Fiona wood, and pack it back here. And if you recall, I have a Homelite XL12 chainsaw that used to sit up there where the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw is. And it's out there for years. So I got the Homelite out there a couple of years ago, and of course got it running, and that's kind of neat. I didn't think it would work, but anyway, it does. So, but with that out of there, it was easier to stack wood up in there, and you could of course get a little bit more. So now that the Leakin Beepin is up there, the Leakin Beepin is going to get a new resting place so that I can stack wood up in there again once I start taking wood home. So, and that's going to happen within the next little while, hopefully. So the new resting place for the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw is going to be right up there. So what did I buy? Oh, I went to Princess Auto and bought. I'm still having trouble with this, with the belts, so I don't know what's going on there. I bought some belts today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix the thing or not. Anyway, so I bought these brackets. There's one there. I bought two brackets. Where'd the other one go? jumping so loose. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. So I'm going to place them up on the studs on the wall there. So that's about 32 inches apart, and screw them to the wall. And then I have this piece of wood I found outside. I'm going to cut it in half and screw it to those shelf brackets. Now that piece of wood right there is 65 inches, so that's exactly what I was looking for. So each one will be 60 or 32 and a half inches long, and I'll double them up so that they'll fit like that. So one here and then one out here. So then the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw is gonna go up there for the rest of its time. So when I get that done, I'll get back to you and I'll show you what it looks like. So the Saker Mini Electric Chainsaw is helping to make the new resting place for the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw. That board that was 65 inches that I wanted to cut in half. I used a fine carpentry chainsaw, and we have our boards cut off here now, so we'll mount them onto the brackets and up on the wall it will go. Great tool, that. All right, so we're moving right along here with the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw final resting place. So we have that up in place, all nice and level. So we'll see if the Leakin Beepin will fit. Back to you in a minute. All right, there is the final resting place of the Leakin Beepin Red Max GZ4350 chainsaw. As far as I'm concerned, it'll never be moved again by me. All right, I'll get back to you in a little bit here. So my main goal today was to get the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw away from up in that spot there so I can store more wood. And like I say, the trailer is now ready, so wood could be coming home at any point within the next week or two and getting stored in there. Plus it's got to get some home to store outside. So I have the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw in its final resting place. There she sits. Leakin Beepin Chainsaw, 2023 to 2024. Rest in peace. All right, now, what else am I going to do today? I need to do the service like I did once before on this after using it as a stump grinder there last week. Chain needs chain needs tightening, and I'll get the air compressor on and blow out all the dirt and stuff. And I don't think the battery needs to be charged. There's no indicator on the battery as to when it is low, and it tells you in the book to charge the battery when you notice that is starting to die. Well, I didn't notice that the other day, so I'll leave it for now. And like I say, I have 2 batteries anyway, so if it goes dead, I have another one to use. So anyway, that's another thing I'm going to do today. I'll give the Saker a mini electric chainsaw a quick service, like I did once before. I did a video on that not all that long ago. So, and like I say, it's not much to it. You just blow the dirt out of it, tighten up the chain and oil the chain and clean off the handle and whatever, and that's about it. So that is the conclusion of this video for today. And like I say, my main goal was to get the chainsaw out of that top corner, and it was not necessarily to do that. But it worked out pretty good. There you go, the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw. That's too bad, you know. It was a nice little saw. Once I got it working, but the leaking part, holy cats, that's terrible. Anyhow, you've seen different videos on that. Any of you that have been watching my videos, you know all about the Leakin Beepin Chainsaw. Anyway, there we are. So we'll cut her off at that. And it's still kind of hot, I think. Let's see what we got here, maybe. And it's now 26 degrees Celsius. I don't see the humidex, but anyway, 26 is hot enough. Alright, I guess I'm still rambling and going on foolish, so we'll cut you off at that for now, and it may be a few days before I make another video. It's going to rain for the next bunch of days, so hard to know. You never know what I could come up with for a video. Alright, have a good day, wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. Goodbye.